Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalise, and in today's video we are doing another DIY because not only do I really enjoy making these videos, I know that you guys also enjoy watching them, so it's a win-win situation. So today we are going to be recreating some of Dollskill's Bratz collection because recently Dollskill came out with this super amazing Bratz collection that I absolutely loved. However, Dollskill is no longer a brand I want to support. They've said some really problematic and disgusting things in the past. I'm not going to get into it in today's video, but if you want to know, Google it and it'll be there. So as such, I really don't want to support them. I don't want to give them any money or anything like that. And also, the items are very expensive. So when I saw these outfits, I knew that I really wanted them, knew that I didn't want to pay for them. So I thought I could probably DIY some of these, and I thought that some of y'all out there might also be interested. So today I will be DIYing quite a few items, and if this is something that y'all are interested in, I can definitely make a part 2. But before we get into it, I do just want to tell you guys that I am vlogging every single day of my life on TikTok. So if you want to see some behind the scenes of my life, anything like that, it is all on my TikTok, which is on the screen right now and also linked down below. So now let's get on into this DIY. The first DIY that we're going to do today is this super cute Bratz pink fluffy crop top. I'm obsessed with pink, as you can tell, and that fluffy crop top is something that I definitely need in my life. But I thought that I could make it instead of buying it. So what we're going to need is, most importantly, you need, of course, a pink crop top. I just got mine from Supreme for $15, super cheap. And then you'll also need some pink feather. Mine was a meter for $5 from Spotlight, which is really good. Then you'll need some scissors covered up by the pink fluffiness, and also some pink needle and thread. Now I know a lot of people don't like to sew, so if you don't, you can definitely opt for some glue instead. However, I just find that a needle and thread keeps it a lot more secure. And then to get that gorgeous Bratz logo onto the top, you're going to need some heat and bond transfer paper. Again, I just got this from Spotlight. So what you do is you find the Bratz logo online. It's super easy to find. Then you just put it into a Word document, pop this transfer paper into your printer, and print this out, and that way you will be able to iron on this super cute Bratz logo onto the top. I will of course have everything linked down below, that way if you want the exact same items as me, it is super easy to get. The first thing we're going to do for this DIY is take this beautiful pink feather and attach it to the top. So taking this feathering, I'm going to figure out how much of it I want. So since this looks slightly different to the picture, I'm going to use a slightly different method on the feathers. So in the Dollskill one, they have the feathers going from side to side, but since my thicks are a bit strapper, it just looks a bit odd if I do that. I'll show you guys what I mean. This is what it would look like, and it just doesn't look right covering up that little bit there and not going up. So I think instead what I'm going to do is just use the feathers on this neckline here. That way it will have the same super cute feathered effect, but it won't look odd. So since I have so much left over, I'm actually going to double it up. That way it is doubly fluffy. So now you have a rough idea of what I mean. This bit won't stay down right now, but I'm just going to cut it right here because I know that that's how much feathering I'll be needing for this DIY. There we go, that is perfect. Now what I'm going to do is take my needle and thread and just first of all sew in this first layer directly on the neckline. Excuse all that fluff from cutting it off, but I'm going to sew it directly onto the neckline, and then when that's done, I can add the extra little bit. So I know at the beginning of this video I said that I was going to use that transfer paper to get the Bratz logo onto the pink top. However, luckily I tested that out before, you know, doing it on this top, and it didn't work properly. I'm obviously doing something wrong, but I don't know what I'm doing wrong. So instead of using transfer paper to get the logo across, I'm just going to paint it. So what I'm going to do is cut out a Bratz logo template and then draw around it. Then I will paint in that section in white. Now that the white paint has dried, I'm just going to do the final step for this DIY, which is to take a black pen and draw all around the outside of the logo. That way it'll just pop that little bit more. Alright, this is what the top looks like on. So this is the front and this is the back, and overall I'm happy with how it turned out. Now I know the logo isn't perfect, that's because it was my painting skills attempting to make it work. So I really think that overall I did a pretty good job. Obviously the better you are at painting, the better it's gonna look, and this was one of my first ever attempts at ever painting, so I'm pretty happy with it. And besides, it does look like one of those vintage, not vintage, like Y2K brands written on the front. They use all this sort of font, so I'm happy with it, and I especially love this pink what's it called? Feather. Why can I not remember? I love this pink feather. I definitely recommend sewing it on. I know I said sew it on or glue it, but I've sewn it on and it's on really well and not coming off, and I do just worry if you were to glue it, it might fall off easily. But overall, I'm super happy with this top, and I hope it just inspires you guys. If you don't want to do something like this, it inspires you to make your own clothes, and if there's something you want but you can't afford, see if you can make it for yourself. See how it turns out. If it doesn't work out, it's still just a fun afternoon spent crafting. The next DIY we're going to do is of course a high heel DIY, because this collection had so many super cute Bratz inspired high heels, and one in particular that I noticed a lot of people were loving were these beautiful denim heels. Now I actually have a pair of denim high heels myself. These are from 2016 I believe, from Fashion Nova, and I've kept them all these years. I haven't worn them in a very long time, and now it seems that they're coming back on trend. However, I know most people don't just have a pair of these hanging out in their closet, so we are instead going to DIY a pair, and this is actually a great way to upcycle any old pairs of boots that you're no longer rocking that you want to put a fun funky twist on. So for this DIY you will need an old pair of boots that you're wanting to upcycle into something new, some old pair of jeans, some fabric glue and scissors. And yes, unfortunately you do need fabric glue. Normal glue will not work for this DIY. I just got this from Spotlight. Taking our jeans, we're just going to cut a patch out of them. The more colored jeans you have, the better this is going to work, because basically it's kind of like a jigsaw puzzle. I'm just going to cut out different pieces and glue it onto the shoe until I have covered the entire shoe. Now certain pieces I will want to fit certain areas and all things like that, but it's really just covering the shoe in different patches of denim, just like a jigsaw puzzle. And these are what the heels look like. So I didn't make them exactly the same. I thought it was really cool to have all different color, not different colors, sorry, all different patterns across the two shoes, but I'm so happy with how these have turned out. They're kind of like a piece of art, and I just flipping adore them. So let's put them on. All right, these are what the heels look like on, and I'm so happy with these. Now I completely understand these aren't going to be everyone's style, but I really love how these have turned out, and I think they're a great dupe of those Dollskill denim boots, especially because I made them myself. I feel like it's always so rewarding to wear something that you made and were able to upcycle from older products, because these shoes I literally never wear, but now that they're denim and super funky fresh, I have given them a brand new life, and I really am looking forward to wearing these. I just love these so much. They're so funky, and I'm really happy that I did the different pattern on the two of them, because I just think that makes it so much more edgy and fun. So I'm obsessed with how these turned out, and I saved a lot of money. Those Dollskill shoes were expensive, but these were cheap. And with that, those are all of the Dollskill DIYs for today's video. If this is something that you guys enjoyed, I can definitely do part 2, 3, 4, 5, however many parts. I would love to do a whole video on DIY high heels, something like that, so let me know down below if you guys are interested. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and be sure to follow me on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, and TikTok. Instagram and TikTok are the main accounts that I actually use, so I definitely recommend follow me on there if you want to see more fashion stuff. Also, I just love you guys so much. Thank you so much for sticking around. I really appreciate you all, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Bye. Mwah!